2024 election. Womo campaign mu ye bebre. Na na adofo ye frɛ mo ha na ya semia kese. Enti na NPP na you campaign for ya to so. Na asɛm ya ye kan na semia. Ebra CDD4 makuo kese ye hwehwemu Ghana ha. Ebeto dwase ohamu ntuchemu adiokron miensa Ghana ha. Nipa ohamu ntuchemu adiokron miensa. Ena emma entem agudie bema ne bema empem agudie so bema ekoware bema oba koware oba anasa bema ba bedane ne ho awo mpane ayo operation so odane ne gender akwa bi foforo no omuhunu se eye chiwade ene omugidie ne omosom ebabra ye nware emma kodwo nkofa kwabena eme ne yere ye nkoje aware ofie emma ama enkofa ne kunu ma yakosia enu nti no Ebra ne yeba beto abanimu 2024 campaign mu no. NDC for esource asemu imu edi twantro di tumfutro kese pa President John Dramani Mahama edi animu. Na ntro mu di twatre Ghana for no. Etumfutro gu omu ani say ye NPP for ne President Akufo-Addo ene yesoso LGBT so. Na emom wo mu de omba power. Wo mu ba betu ase assign bill BS omu sign edi etu sanyo manase. Emma Ghana for bebre nanya ayawdie de man NPP eto abade ma NDC no wo to abade ma wo ni wieye afede wo mo asesa wo ma no wo mo atwa wo mo free wo mo promises a wo mo de ye propaganda wo Ghana ha o kan saying of wo mo ni message bia de wo mo kan ya NPP per seat baako e de akopanse LGBT bill eto wo maso mo so eto aba even the main 2024 election wo mo campaign mo ye bebre be bi o meko bia LGBT etange NPP na ye conservative party a obi anim de twa yefunu ma se conservative party de ye nso so LGBT so no omutumfuto de gu Ghana fo ani na mampani ebeje sa abanwa wiye ede na akoso January 2025 ebra owie ya osua inwie ya asofo mpedifo Bishop Conference eko na nim koso ano se bill ne krampo no ehu hiampo se ye be no private members bill bill na emom onu akasa mpo e ba besise a government sponsored bill no kra no emuso ntaban tre kra de saying the human sexual rights and family values bill na parliament ya sese no san komo na emuso o se twa ne ho can be the contradicting ne ho se senko mine krampo ye ba besise curriculum no na enwoma edis ye de kire mafra school mu ye ba besise nimpo the values na wramu a ka humpo nkohia se ye be ye bill bia one will start say ultra U10 every your the year propaganda ne ho na ne nyina mu no osansia asofo penifo bebre even before election no e East Legon asofo penifo Ghana nyina ekoho no mkoye no hwe omanim promise wo say yan MPP for the yes so LGBT so no ya Assemblies of God ni no oba be semre mu odene assign bill no e de abo ya mamre ho ban amu asofo ni na so regional ansem esoro jomo na so bonsem pra ewie ye de man no sa man bu nkotodwe e de wo musa gu ni so e bompa ye ne tongues akese gu ni so sira no na wawie na oba be hwe sa mpanimfo yi asofo yi atitiwo yi anim na oba be ka kire wo mo se afi bill ne kra enye wo priority biu eno an se na amen na fempo de bill no ye wa hia sem wo Ghana ha ye wo schools nsem ye wo hospital nsem ase ye hweka ye wa adwuma sem ase ye hweka na ye bisa se sa basic needs na o mampani Mahama o ka se eno ewo honti on dealing with enu wie no so ni nyina no wie ya on kohwe sa LGBT emra no na 2021 to 2024 ne ni ho ebra na COVID-19 atwa so man bia so ama man bia sikasam enkukomu woso na Ghana ye pebra ye betumi ne kwan betumi apagya biu o mampani Mahama ene anizifo se de hia Ghana fo titrew eye LGBT to mo ye propaganda na ene ya woso wa be reset no na CSA inflation akọ efom no na CSA exchange rate akọ fom no na CSA wa be sisi your mind no no credit the all council wa be sisi your mind na and na fe the basic needs mumpu na apagya so won so anu wie ya won ko LGBT na say aboa no say o pe wo mu anu wagina fie ni bomu a dan ni sunko eno onya na so gina so a ni sunko eye na da akese na nisifo omu enyi LGBT mre ya ba be sei entum nanso omu twa wo mu ho da Ghana fo nya enai wo mu anu omu se omu so LGBT so no omu penso de na asi de di kan esi ene so omu kofa amrantie bi free South Africa bae mrantie mienu ba fefe wo mu anu e Independence Square Independence ba bia Kwame Nkrumah ye nyina Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah buaye ene mpenifo kambo mu a ye o man fa ahudie ba bi o man fa ahudie furu mase no ena mrantie be gina ofefe wo mu anu de ye campaign say obia emuem wa wo ye LGBT bia no biem na pie na yiwanim na ye de wo pe pani bia nka hwe ankyere no national security fo ankyere no ba bi ko gina ye bia nso national security cameras wo enso omo ye hwe han ena omo koye sa campaign na tire no ena honorable Kujeto Black Oil foreign minister Mampeni Mahama suma no call UN Human Rights Council so omo nkoto aba na ambassador na anu ohweso no omo koya ye to aba de tia LGBT a omo adwane afri wa abseni omo ba me ebisa omo a omo ba kansam basa for the first time NDC aban adwane afri LGBT emrahye ho ewo mrahye bedwafia ewo amama amanyokuo United Nations eho ena obia hu se da bi nkofo ye hwe omo yi na nanse ya ye minority de ye ni da bia ye hwehwe de ekoso ye wewure mu an ehu se sa ye ne ada no wada no so ye ni sini o ye NPP ni o de kan enya manyosem ye wo madache ya mamedache wada no a wasoma abaso won ko secondary school no President Mahama and in the NDC Ministry of Education ne nakafo ne Ghana Education Service akotintim sakrata ye kurami mitumran machresi krata kurami physical education and health teacher manual at the schools bia omu koyen so ema omu free teacher for no ye workshop ma training won kwan se faso no omu ekire sa woman na week na di kan na kura no bia school a week 1 krata fa to so miensa ubie wa oyem be hyew de dia kire wo ma awie January ni mu omu se President Mahama ne aban NDC aban se wo ma no ye nkire wo mu ya kire wo so se wo yi oba ye be ma no enye sabe de wo a etua sabe nye de ma wo e wo bra ye wo na emom no waten kan na wo mu e na be kire se wo yi oba na se wo ye be ma na mpo no wo pa betimi aye oba wo pa betimi aye be ma na de twa akoma mu po se wo pe kra betimi afa mi ru nyina boso ene anopa sori asemi ye oba ebedu anyimro semi ye be ma enti de bi happen no the feelings e be ba no e na ase wo ye na eno ne e kire ye wo fi eno ne e kire wa sorry dem eno ne e kire o mosque the best way o mampani de waye musio sandi we ko si NPP aban so a enko ye ne kase anke besi ka demonstrations abe koso e de ti aban no enso and the NDC amo na mo se se mo enna mo ni kum da mamre ho hwe de ma ye de akọ schools o mo tire wie ye ono mo pa mo ahun de to ho e bra mi hu ya me kokan ye o mo tintim fo jo twa ntro abo misrem na me kan de me pe ko fa book ni ba ya na fe de o ma no mem fe de o mo de o mo ti pempem o mo se ye mistake na o mo ahu ni wa na print ko ye nti ba ni say enu an ekowura mu o ye bu apayo ono mo li se mu o mo say twa ntro mpo so o ma recall o ma yini na free schools for school bia na be a teacher ni bia o physical education health elective say books no e wa hen e da so ho ba kokra mpo ni wo mo akoje there's not even a single directive wo mo trodical school say munyi just settings nko a yan yes statement be found to media na media for mbo hu de settings nko a e da so school the way afa wo bani no mum nti emfa ho de say we sofo say we imam say we ohene say we media so we NDC ni so we NPP ni ye di we awura obani mu a aban ni so nya abadaye bia ye tse no mpo no onfa niwo ensa nko ye mpo nko ye workshop for say mo fa sa kwan we so enyi firi omutiri mu no pasan aba behwe Ghana fo ani mu mampani Mahama aka kire say LGBT ni de campaign time na ye priority sabedi we wini power wi enti no enka na agenda ho kra isa se ho nti no be kan ya ebra na ye de sa Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill akoto parliament. The same bill na ye pass ye in 2024. Ye nka bi se munyi bi free mu enfa bi nka ho. The same bill na no mo say omo president Akufo-Addo ansign no a obi di court e de nsa koto parliament so ama ne kwan mo anfa anko Jubilee House nti at the time at Supreme Court for kan asem ni wiye na parliament no agu ama foforo nti bill na ntumi andu Jubilee House omo di twantro bebre ba pem ne dankofo bi kura tirim say NDC for the Speaker of Parliament had the bill ne koy eno mampani Akufo-Addo say on sign ba pem ne kura dankofo bebre tirim and so bill no enu Jubilee House kopem so mampani Mahama na emu bi ka kire say wo say e be to Jubilee House eno mampani Akufo-Addo an sign dia ene e da we a wo be president he sign eno koyi ano say bill no amedru ho na da so parliament and Sagana for who's a son and this for that da man na says dey for froko ya dey for from so koya the same bill na etinye ba ho akodu Supreme Court ebia se how be any ho no ekodu ya dey tin ye koto other paper so pe and a Speaker of Parliament ne majority leader no say o monti ase ade na bill na ba ade tin ye to ampire koya o ma delete free e bin see that parliament sa sembe to agenda so na se wo mpese wo be kan sa ada nimpa betimi ada so aba busumi minumpo na it will keep reappearing we be delete free mu ade na ye o makono de no na aba ye chiwade de ama wo o yi free mu a ye bo ho da Europe pusi wo mo 7 months busumi nso anso mo san de ba o mo de ba so mo refer to ma committee no ba busumi minum miensa nie se enne anaso wo china na o mo be free meeting se ye nkoka ho asem a na eminim na nyina na make catch Ghana for say NDC for U10 na sa deletion from the other paper no a instruction from Jubilee House e say and come priority ho and come agenda ho no mo so na set agenda de ma parliament e say parliament ho no so be sorry mponua from akasa speaker ne so ofrel say emre bi ba na pass ya majority leader wo no and a leader of government business into no afa nka priority ni ho a nya de e be ba so into no priority no omo free Jubilee House LG instruction say omo tontwene ba bi me kan Ghana fa anye ni ena na nsenya mampani Mahama na ankasa bebi na no o say oko America e kope only doctorate no omo anfa ma no bounce no buafu nti no afi kra de LGBT no enya asem hia bi your basic needs ye bisa say basic needs no ye bisa bi basic needs na okam 2024 no na bi ni ho ana ye catcher mampani Mahama ne say so AScam we koku akuafo promise wo na se wadane wechi di ama wo ati wo mu price so amese mu di hia na wa promise galamsey se oba be to ahye so ahwe ema ye man no yinsuo ne ade nyansu panom environment no answer ba ekwafe no abaye hye ya say environment no AScam galamsey so wo sa promise 24-hour economy so oba be mabunu ni maba away 1 job 3 shifts 3 people and you know what flow to a forms kra na be a person of because only so ba be 5,000 kra here be 15,000 1 job 3 shifts 3 people what's and the jiwo musika over 110 million billions be brave every year what scam wom say 5,000 pen na be found I feel the man pressure say for musika ma on scam be bia mo dia kwese se mo di use mine den muntu mi fa mo muntu usa fede o bo ho 5,000 wo ye no million and 10,000 na over 490,000 wajo musika di mo nye den nti was scam mrantie ne mabawa na so was scam obibia mu a na ke hwe ne mu se enka sofo ni imam fo ni ahemfu ya wo hwe wo manim de ka wo de buo de ferie ni Ghana fo ahwe wo manim esebo LGBT won ya mamre ai no so bie ho kwan a o kina bi be 20 years ni ase ahye be fire no mum ka no de ka be di no kre no so watwa wachi de amaye de a ye ka wo say enya wo na ahye priority so sovereignty lies with the people ye ni manfo na wo kukromoti a wo mo de to ma won so we NDC new we NPP new dodo na Ghana for hwehwa be to dwa say 93% say LGBT samsam ye chiwade ya modin into the priority the man Franco said the last on your priority list. Realign your priorities. Mahama, realign your priorities. Now make sure say what page LGBT no ambassador and the money we are one promise now promises say over be semra a free jubilee house government sponsored bill no you share him say parliament to be ya fabra you nyina be boawo you nije ni pepa be boawo na ya pass na ye kan sound so na parliament penifo adanimu speaker of parliament and majority leader yes ram say bill na da na makata kata so manya nsosin bi ntimo say enye priority no mo man nye mo hia asem because 2021 to 2024 na ye mo hia asem mo man nye mo hia asem na yenya bie parliament pa eye madada no a nya fe ne kwa kosi hunkunya che urgently yem passing free ho na mum yesre asofo say o man pedi Mahama pa wo mo chew fa chepa ma wom imamfo fa chepa ma wom ya hemfo fa chepa ma wom sanse wada da wom ye kan sanso yesre asofo penifo imamfo traditional leaders ya hemfo ani CSO sa mo kam mo bo mo ni media mo ye demonstration akese kan sama akese bi kura me ma president Akufo-Addo ultimatum enei de nipa no promise mo no ekanie o se enye na hia asem bi dan na mo ba beka etoto sere mo me na so yen kan hunu se sa bre ya wo ba ye de sa anwoma yi akire ni se sorry waka sofo mamfo traditional leaders and all stakeholders concerned yen sorry ni emfa sa pepana biom pepana ye this ekon sa fight we in 2021 to 2024 yen sorry biom na yen kasemu na NDC foi amfa sekan enwa nanka yadamase
Yabeje questions. We will take some few questions before we thank Reverend Intim for your. It's been very insightful, very informative. Inti Yabeje questions kakra say what's coming for what's coming Ghana Mebunu AScam Jodifua. How the fair ni die ni ubu ni ferry kakra ma sofwa. Omode omonsa egu so bompaye ehwie anointing oil egu so ene wadada omunyina Reverend John Intim Fojo. Ebacho yebefa questions 2 sets yes boss bebacho be pija ni sebio me hu so pani ba ko ha anu no okay me hu 1 me hu 2 me hu 3 so let's go the first 3 1 Honorable Pacho, before I'm about to let me also take this opportunity now. Me Penny Fuga Kanye and Sawa say Kwame Prempe, a former PPA Deputy Procurement Director, Penny Pano on a BDH and no Onozoba Kanye sa. Then say one rose no name to be the one sember bromo chrono bomb beso fa big push and a big push no a big loot. Yeah, the one sember bromo and yan one sem near ka. Kwame has been very strong on that in the background no the Abuapa Rabbi Salifu a deputy communications director about clients one of hard working MPs and he's been very vociferous strong and there or the Babuno Intino he used to be the regional youth organizer for Northeast and they on a MP our Narligu Gambaga constituency Honorable sponsor of the bill was Honorable Nuruddin Ewaha. Once again, I mean, Kai must say leadership of parliament in Zoo a year, the deputy chief whip, Honorable Jerry Ahmed Shaib, and so I can say, as I said, leadership of the party and they general secretary, that secretary, Tano. We are going to have this effective collaboration with parliament. Brano Biano, Ibedi said, Jumedi. Na yakabum na atro kontompo sansasem ene mfutura NDC fo tugu Ghana fo ani ai nei achechire omo na asoa omo na nim guase bom no yebeda ni nyina di ni apa ho nyina ntoma tibacho wadaro my first call bo di an wa kan be free but now the question is also my name is Ube. Okay, thank you. So we have the first set the first part. Okay, his question is that do you feel betrayed by some of the posturing of those who co-sponsored the last time and how they've been silent all this while? And again, also, are you also disappointed with the posting of some of the clergy, especially those who were very vociferous and strong on this matter. Yes. Okay, so Reverend Intimfojo will take the first set. If there are other questions, I will come back again.
Thank you very much. So, Obed, to answer your question, it's not accusation. We caught them red-handed, and the evidence is here. They initially denied, but when they found the evidence so compelling, they were forced to concede. In fact, if indeed it was a mistake, they would have fired the NACA Director General by now. Many CSOs called for his dismissal. But because it is a grand scheme, and all of them are complicit, they don't know who to fire. So they have protected everybody. And that is why we must be worried in this country. They smuggled it in. They've already taught it. The first week they've taught it. So in education, the best approach is that you must unlearn what has been taught. And to date, we have made all the calls on them. The president is not minded to enforce that. Because when that crisis came, I know a lot of meetings were held at Jubilee House on this. The Minister for Education is not minded to give a directive for them to unlearn these diabolical concepts. The Director General of Ghana Education Service has failed to issue a directive clearly to the regional directors of education, to the district directors of education, to heads of schools, to CHAS, and to heads of department, and specifically to the teachers. No workshop has been held for them to unlearn these concepts, if indeed it was an error, has been taught. So Ghanaians must be worried. We on the minority, we have always been forceful in pushing and calling them and urging them and demanding that these best course of action be implemented. But that's all fallen on deaf ears. The fact that the books are still even in the schools is an indication that it is their grand scheme, not a mistake, and they are not even minded to listen to the demands of Ghanaians. So, media, add your voice. If your child is in school and has been taught this, and no one has still found it needful to even physically withdraw these books, and they are still there, it is a problem. And even more problematic is the fact that as it has already been taught from week 1, has still not been unlearned. So when the children face any questions at the end of term, as Chu and Paul, exactly what they have been taught, is what they are going to reproduce. That is what's in their subconscious memory. And it's dangerous. So CSOs, our clergy, communicable bodies, imams, traditional leaders, add your voice and let us ensure we hold them to account, to withdraw the books physically, and to reprint new ones, and to ensure that they are taking the steps to unlearn those concepts. Now to Yali. The current sponsors, the bill, yes, is a bipartisan bill. It's in Parliament. It was bipartisan in 2021 to 2024, and the majority leader indicated that the bill is in Jubilee House. He said the bill is in Jubilee House. So President Mahama should sign. There is no need to what? Reintroduce it. So we say, okay, Mahama, go and sign. President Mahama, respectfully, go and sign. Then President Mahama comes to contradict and says, there is no such bill in Jubilee House. So that goes to demonstrate the grand deception of the NDC when they were in opposition. Truth is one. If it is true, you all sing from the same hymn book, and no matter whatever you say at whatever time, it will be one. But because you lie to the good people of this country, majority leader will be saying one thing, the president will be saying another thing, and now the priority has been deprioritized and lowered. And so they are just in tree. Ghana and so some of the sponsors are still part, and 4 of them are still part. There are 2 of them who ran away. They are in Parliament, but they are not part of the bill. They ran away. But 4 of them are still part. And so I need to give them credit for that. But what I'm calling them out to also do is to beef up the steam, the energy with which they bastardized President Kufuor and the entire NPP when they were in opposition, when some of these things had not even happened. Today, we expect them to charge with the same steam. You recall when I was being Deputy Minister for Education, when my own party was in power, the same level of commitment. I would always speak up whenever we had to on this bill. And so we should be consistent. That is what I would say in response to your question. In terms of, so in conclusion, NDC is not committed to this. If they were, they would have made us pass this bill long ago. Further, they are handling of the bill, deleting it, relisting it, and even shelving it somewhere. They would have passed this bill in 3 days, because it's an old bill. Would have passed in 3 days if they were indeed committed. Kakraba, the loud silence of the clergy. I would want us to be circumspect when it comes to the clergy, the Muslim clerics, and our traditional rulers, the CSOs. I'm hoping that after this press conference, a lot of the facts, those who are following will have all the facts so that they'll be informed on the right words to give to President Mahama, the right indignation to express to President Mahama. You know, perhaps they didn't want to be in a rush a day or two after. So now that we've had almost a week, and with the benefits of this information we have produced through the media, the expectation is that they will rise up to the occasion. We trust them for that. We trust them. We will not scandalize our traditional rulers. We will not scandalize our imams. We will not scandalize our pastors, our apostles, and bishops. From them, we expect them to be consistent. So we are appealing to them that the same steam and the same righteous indignation that they adopted in fighting for what is right. If LGBTQ is an abomination in the Bible, in Quran, and our tradition in 2024, and you had your righteous indignation and you spoke highly against it and demonstrated, it's still the same today in our Bibles, in our Quran, in our tradition. So the expectation is that we'll give them some time and they would each come out, particularly those who were the front lines of this fight, who were very vocal. The expectation is that in the coming hours, in the coming few days, they would definitely meet, engage, and start issuing statements, and start speaking and calling out the hypocrisy, double standards of President Mahama and the NDC, and they will start demanding apologies, and they will start mounting pressure so that the government-sponsored bill will be passed, and whilst waiting, the bill that is pending will be passed in Parliament. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Assemble Reverend Team for Jokaya, me cry me, I'm shame. Any book he crataya or the tree. Sabe, O baby waha, Oba, Wunia, Wo Fase. Now crack it to our Cuscu. Now you busade say, then a man who saw your bema. Book ya, President Mahama Diabe say. Akwara se na ten kan ewo ni mu no e na ekire ade aye hu pa me emfa ne trasa ye besre ya sofo ene ye imams ene ye mpanimfo se pressure bia wo so mu di si yewura Mahama so ya na no ahye timi di wura book mu opani di book aba da bia edu ne hu pa se wo ba e ko school ha sebe anya ado sebe kronto at the time in the Yasha book you see young Quachera. We are grateful for honoring the invitation, as I said, flowing from the effective partnership and collaboration we have with the leadership in Parliament. We are going to have a series of such events to expose the hypocrisy and double standards of the NDC on other matters as well. So you'll be hearing from us. Thank you very much. The Deputy Communications Director, George,